Somewhere in this vast universe, there is an ocean of milk. In the midst of the ocean of milk, there is a very high and beautiful mountain known as Trikuta. Its three principal peaks, which are made of copper, silver and gold, beautify all directions and the sky. The banks were also abundantly adorned with varieties of trees that yielded flowers and fruits in all seasons. Thus, the entire mountain stood gloriously decorated. Sunsets were magical and nights mystical. The enormous lake glowed with thousands of radiant golden lotus flowers, illuminating the dark water like stars. Fireflies drifted through fragrant flowers and fruit trees, while mist surrounded the mountains in the background. Once the chief of the elephants who lived in the forest of the mountain wandered toward the lake with other elephants. He broke many plants, creepers, thickets and trees, not caring for their piercing thorns. Surrounded by the herd's other elephants, including females, and followed by the young ones, Gajendra, the leader of the elephants, made Trikuta mountain tremble all around because of the weight of his body. He was perspiring. Liquor dripped from his mouth, and his vision was overwhelmed by intoxication. He could smell the dust of the lotus flowers, which was carried from the lake by the breeze. Thus, surrounded by his associates, who were afflicted by thirst, he soon arrived at the bank of the lake. The king of the elephants, Gajendra, entered the lake, bathed thoroughly, and was relieved of his fatigue. Then, with the aid of his trunk, he drank the cold, clear, nectarian water, which was mixed with the dust of lotus flowers and water lilies, until he was fully satisfied. The commotion of the elephants disturbed the inhabitants of the water. Amongst the inhabitants was a massive crocodile lurking beneath the river water. Because of the commotion caused by the elephants, it was not happy, as a result of which the crocodile then suddenly lunged at the king of the elephants near the river bank. Thus, there ensued a great fight between Gajendra and the crocodile. Water splashed violently as he trumpeted in shock. Being powerful, he desperately tried to pull his leg free, while the fierce crocodile clamped its jaws tightly around Gajendra's foot underwater. Mud and water swirled around them. The Elephant King exerted all his strength as the crocodile twisted and thrashed in the water. He struggled desperately as the crocodile dragged his leg downward. Enraged, he raised his trunk and pushed against the river current while battling the huge crocodile gripping him. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in that grave condition, the other elephants wanted to help him, but because of the crocodile's great strength, they could not rescue him. This fight continued for 1,000 years. Gajendra and the crocodile fought in this way, pulling one another in and out of the water. Neither he nor the crocodile died, but since they were in the water, he gradually became weak, whereas the power of the crocodile increased more and more. Thus, the crocodile became more and more encouraged. Seeing himself caught in the crocodile's powerful jaws and unable to escape, the king of the elephants understood his helpless situation and was seized by the fear of death. He consequently thought for a long time and finally reached the following decision. He thought,
The other elephants, who are my friends and relatives, could not rescue me from this danger. What then to speak of my wives? They won't be able to help me. It is by the will of Providence that I have been attacked by this crocodile, and therefore I shall seek the shelter of the Supreme Lord. He, who is always the shelter of everyone, even of great personalities, will surely protect me.
Then the elephant, being helpless and seeing that there was no other way for his protection, sought shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. The Elephant King was a human being in his previous life, and he had learned a prayer to the Supreme Lord. Fortunately, he remembered that prayer and began to chant it to himself. First, he offered his respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord, and because of his awkward position in having been attacked by the crocodile, he expressed his inability to recite prayers nicely. Nonetheless, he tried to express himself in appropriate words as follows.
The Supreme Lord is certainly not known to everyone, but he is very powerful and influential. Therefore, although the serpent of eternal time, which is fearful in force, endlessly chases everyone, ready to swallow, if one who fears this serpent seeks shelter of the Lord gives him protection, for even death runs away in fear of the Lord. I therefore surrender unto him, the great and powerful supreme authority, who is the actual shelter of everyone.
The Supreme Lord holds a conch shell, a disc, a club, and a lotus flower in his 4 hands. His mouth expresses his happiness. His eyes are spread like lotus petals, and his garments, bedecked with valuable jewels, are yellowish like the saffron of a kadam flower. His ornaments are all made of gold, set with jewels, and he wears a glowing headdress and earrings. On his chest he wears the Kaustuba jewel engraved with a beautiful calf. On his shoulders he wears other jewels, and around his neck he wears a garland of fresh forest flowers. About his waist he wears an ornamental wreath. On his fingers, rings studded with valuable jewels. His leglet, his bangles, his oiled hair curling with bluish tint, and his beautiful smiling face are all very pleasing. The Lord's magnanimous pastimes and the glowing glancing of his smiling face all indicate his extensive benedictions. The Elephant King had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that the Supreme Lord, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky on the back of his carrier Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk, and with great difficulty due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words.
O my Lord Narayan, Master of the universe, O Supreme Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
With great speed, and according to his desire, the Supreme Lord, who lives everywhere, appeared before Gajendra. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Lord, Narayana, immediately severed the crocodile's head with his disc. Upon delivering Gajendra from the clutches of the crocodile and from material existence, which resembles a crocodile, the Lord awarded him salvation, in which Gajendra achieved the same bodily features as the Lord, being dressed in yellow garments and possessing 4 hands. Because Gajendra had been touched directly by the hands of the Supreme Lord, he was immediately freed of all material ignorance and bondage. The Lord, sitting on the back of his carrier, Garuda, returned to his all-wonderful abode Vaikunt and took Gajendra with him.